This is your news source evening bulletin for today, Friday, the 10th day of November in the year 2023. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting, and here's what we're tracking tonight. The General Secretary of the Guyana Teachers Union, Coretta MacDonald, has decried the salary adjustments announced for some categories of teachers by the President, indicating that a majority of teachers will see no adjustments to their salaries. In fact, the union has pointed out that only 37% of the nation's teachers stand to benefit from the salary adjustments. In addition to bemoaning the adjustments as meager, the GTU General Secretary said it is also unfortunate that all teachers were not considered for an adjustment to their salaries. She said the President and the government refused to consult with the GTU before the adjustments in the salaries for graduate teachers. Yet the government cherry-picked parts of the GTU's multi-year proposal and made some unilateral adjustments.
We are extremely disappointed and dissatisfied with the manner with which this announcement of salaries adjustments were made. As a matter of fact, from as far back as 2011, the issue of debunching had been on the table, where all teachers would benefit from salary adjustments. Let it be known that this act of union busting and divisiveness by the President is clear, and it is viewed by all. But he must be put on notice that the GTU is one big family.
The GTU General Secretary said while there appears to be a move to divide the GTU, it remains united against any attempt by the government to impose its will on teachers.
The announcement by the President, we have concluded, is premature, insensitive, anti-working class, unprincipled, and in our minds is just an ill-calculated jump from the roof, which forces one to ask the questions. Why is the President afraid of collective bargaining? Why is the President trying to demean teachers as if we have an animal farm in operation?
Vice President Bara Jagdeo declared yesterday that the government was not prepared to negotiate with unions that make unreasonable demands and are aligned to the opposition. However, Ms. MacDonald today said that the duty of the GTU is to look out for the interest and the welfare of the teachers, since the government seems to be unaware of the hardships that many of them are facing.
We totally reject this act of bullyism and therefore call on the President to rethink his approach and to allow for the process of collective bargaining to resume, which is an act of respecting the laws of Guyana.
The Guyana Teachers Union has accused the government of sidelining the union. More news coming up in just a moment.
My lord, I just love to shop in this store. My customers, them gonna love all these things. So many different things in one place. Household items, electronics, toys, stationery, confectionery, exercise equipment, shoes and clothes for men, women and children, school things, costume, jewelry, perfume, makeup. Oh, look the makeup!
Giftland Office Max, Guyana's favorite department store.
It's your time to win big. The Massey Store's Christmas jackpot promotion is back and bigger than before. Spend $5,000 at any Massey Stores to be the lucky winner of a brand new MGZS and fantastic weekly store prizes from now until January 31st, 2024. What are you waiting for? Head to your nearest Massey Stores to shop now. See our Facebook and Instagram pages for more details. Massey Stores, our family serving your family.
It's one of your biggest goals, getting your own home, where memories are made, where happiness lives. You may feel that home ownership or renovation is beyond your reach, but we at Republic want you to know that there's always a way. Ask us about our suite of mortgages. Let's help make your housing wishes come true. Or advise on how the equity in your existing home can finance other dreams and goals. Call or go online to learn more.
Bust the flavors. We're full of flavors. Bust the flavors that me crave for. We're full of flavors. Tell your neighbors about the bust the flavors. Grab a bust the flavors. Yeah, thirst buster. Grab a buster. Bust the flavor, taste the savor. Bust the flavors. Bust the flavors.
It's back again! The Guyana Public Service Cooperative Credit Union Make My Wish Come Through Christmas promotion is here. What are you wishing for this Christmas? It's another exciting Christmas promotion designed with you, our members, in mind. This Christmas, you can win big. Household appliances ranging from a fridge, washing machine, gas cooker, dining table, television sets, and much, much more. Here's how you can be a part of our Christmas promotion. You must be a member of the credit union in good standing. You must have an existing loan or must have taken your first loan with the credit union. You must fill out a coupon with your information clearly marked. Coupons for this promotion can be uplifted from our head office at Lot 45 Hatfield Street, Georgetown, or from any one of our regional representatives countrywide. Promotion runs from October 30th to December 15, 2023. What are you wishing for this Christmas? GPSCCU, people helping people.
Still with education, in a video address to the University of Guyana's graduating class of 2023, President Irfan Ali has urged the new graduates to seek out local opportunities and assist in the building of Guyana. Guyana has a record of losing many of its university graduates to countries that offer better opportunities and salaries. But speaking directly to this year's graduating class, the president sought to convince them to stay in Guyana, explaining that the potential of the country is boundless with the discovery of vast oil reserves. President Ali said the country's economy is growing at an unprecedented rate, which will create countless opportunities for all.
In Guyana, the time is ripe for those who are willing to seize the day, embrace challenges, and transform them into opportunities for upliftment. This is your time to shine, and I implore you to step forth boldly and seize the moment rather than waiting for opportunities to fall into your lap.
According to the president, the success of the graduates is not merely dependent on their academic certificates, but their attitudes and values also.
We need you, our talented graduates, to actively engage in fashioning our nation's future. You have been equipped with knowledge, skills, and a solid foundation from your time at the University of Guyana. Your education is the key to unlocking the door to success. Use it wisely, but use it.
And the Minister of Education, Priya Manak Chand, urged this year's graduating class to utilize the knowledge and skills they have gained for the advancement of themselves and the country.
We must now devote our efforts towards achieving our collective objectives within a context of greater camaraderie and passion for each other's realities. We must find ways of engaging our fellow citizens within an environment of trust and goodwill towards each other.
Among the first batch of UG graduates yesterday was the first set of petroleum engineers to be produced by the university since the introduction of the program a few years ago. The university's 2023 graduation was split over 3 days and ends tomorrow. Over 3,000 students graduated this year. Let's tell you now that longtime politician and former Minister of Foreign Affairs Carl Greenidge believes the abuses in the country's labor force have gone on for far too long. He has flagged the treatment of Guyanese workers in the oil and gas industry and the abandonment of occupational health and safety rules and regulations across sectors, especially in the mining and construction industries. In his address at the opening of the Guyana Trades Union Congress 5th Triennial Delegates Conference, Mr. Greenidge said Guyanese are being shortchanged despite the country's rapid economic growth and the establishment of businesses by regional and international investors. Citing an example, the former Foreign Affairs Minister said oil and gas companies operating in Guyana are significantly underpaying Guyanese workers.
And some of the contractors are retaining and employing Guyanese, first by giving them less favorable contracts than foreigners, including Caribbean persons, giving them pay that is less favorable or less generous than others, including Caribbean persons.
A Stabroek Block Cost Recovery audit for the period 2018 to 2020 recently revealed that the wage bill for expats hired by ExxonMobil was 18 times higher than the combined salaries of the company's Guyanese employees. The situation is no different from many of the other companies operating in Guyana's oil and gas sector. Mr. Greenwich said to compound the situation and in clear violation of their labor rights, some Guyanese workers have been barred from seeking representation, with some companies threatening workers that should they disclose their emoluments or contractual agreements, their services could be terminated. He said those are abuses and they have gone on for way too long. He said in the mining and construction industries, little attention is being paid to the health and safety of the workers.
Those abuses have gone too far. The abuses have gone to the point where I believe, and again, I'm not expert in these matters, but the question of health and safety, just to take one, that traditionally in Guyana was an area that we were quite strong on. I had a Ministry of Labor, Health, and so forth, paying close attention to these things. And today, apart from the mining collapses, which is now old hat, so that when two men die, nobody worries, or children die, nobody worries. You have men that are trying to demonstrate their manhood by trying to build higher and higher skyscrapers. But they're building the skyscrapers without making provision for the safety of the workers.
Mr. Greenwich said instead of making significant advances in the areas of workers' rights and occupational health and safety, the country has instead regressed, much to the detriment of workers. Imploring the trade unions to do more for workers and to push for them to be adequately trained to operate in the various industries, Mr. Greenwich warned that with a shortage of 100,000 skilled workers in Guyana, the country could find itself in a situation where driving could be seen as an imported skill.
We mustn't wake up a morning and hear a minister say, oh yeah, we had handed out a whole set of work permits to foreigners to do what? To drive trucks. Can you believe that? To drive trucks. Now, I'm not saying driving isn't a skill, because I had spent a good deal of my less mature days contending that I was a great driver and that driving is something that you need to learn. But you are in a country where probably 8 to 9% of the people on the road with motor vehicles, never mind the new electric bikes, motor vehicles that are lethal weapons, 4 wheels, a petrol engine, and the capacity to kill several people in one swoop. We have people that are good at that. They acquire a driving license without ever taking a driving test. And yet we go and recruit foreigners to come and do the same thing.
The admonition by the former government minister comes at a time when there are growing challenges in the labor industry and complaints of attempts to sideline trade unions. But in his close to 2-hour-long presentation, Mr. Greenwich said workers have a right to be represented by whomever they choose.
And so they have a mandate to undertake advocacy and representation. So they're not asking for seats at the table just in order to be there. They have a function. They are representative. They may not be representative of political groups as such. Their mandate cuts across political groups, and therefore this idea of exclusion or excluding poses a problem.
The former foreign minister warned that the breaches to the labor laws, whether national or international, by government or companies, could affect the country's global image before the United Nations and the Commonwealth. In the world of business, the Private Sector Commission is heaping praises on President Irfan Ali and the government for adjusting the salary scales for graduating teachers and offering the one-off $25,000 bonus to public servants and pensioners. In a statement, the Private Sector Commission said the increase in disposable income is seen as a positive development for the economy, and the measures to be implemented for teachers reflect a commitment to recognizing and valuing the contributions of educators to the nation's progress. The PSC said the one-off payment bonus for pensioners, community enhancement workers, and persons with disabilities also demonstrates an inclusive approach, acknowledging the diverse roles that individuals play in the sustenance and development of the society. The Private Sector Commission said it applauds the government's efforts to ensure a fair distribution of benefits to foster social and economic equity. In addition, the PSC said the allocation of $850 million to purchase fertilizer for farmers is a crucial step in ensuring food security and the overall actualization of the 25 by 2025 CARICOM plan. The president said yesterday that approximately 35,000 farmers and more than 280,000 acres of land under cultivation are expected to benefit from the move. The Private Sector Commission said it recognizes the importance of a robust agricultural sector and appreciates the government's proactive stance in supporting farmers, thereby contributing to the resilience of food supply chain. The PSC is also urging individuals to maximize available concessions and fiscal measures to support teachers and other citizens.
It was said to be one of the biggest parties last year.
All Black was amazing. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
All Black was I had a fun time. I had an amazing time. Okay. I profile.
All Black 2022 was fire.
All Black.
Now, we're doing it even bigger this year.
2023, we outside again.
The ultimate All Black Hennessy inclusive party on Saturday, November 25th at the Everest Cricket Ground. Step in your All Black and enjoy free Hennessy all night, or any of your favorite alcohol or non-alcoholic drinks. Dark Vibes by the Boom FM DJs. Limited early bird tickets, $5,000 at all regular ticketing locations. Remember, it's free Hennessy all night. Please drink responsibly. 18 years and older. Brought to you by Hennessy.
John Lewis Styles has opened a new department, now offering home goods. Here you can find quality sheets and towels, pillows, blankets, and even bath mats and shower curtains. Organize your laundry with clothes baskets, fabric steamers, irons, and ironing boards. For the kitchen, we have small appliances, towels and mittens, pot sets and dinner sets too. Decorate the house with mirrors, picture frames, floating shelves, and decorative pillows. All these and more on Waterloo Street. It's fashion for the home. John Lewis Styles. Simply different.
It's back again! The Guyana Public Service Cooperative Credit Union Make My Wish Come Through Christmas promotion is here. What are you wishing for this Christmas? It's another exciting Christmas promotion designed with you, our members, in mind. This Christmas, you can win big household appliances ranging from a fridge, washing machine, gas cooker, dining table, television sets, and much, much more. Here's how you can be a part of our Christmas promotion. You must be a member of the credit union in good standing. You must have an existing loan or must have taken your first loan with the credit union. You must fill out a coupon with your information clearly marked. Coupons for this promotion can be uplifted from our head office at Lot 45 Hatfield Street, Georgetown, or from any one of our regional representatives countrywide. Promotion runs from October 30th to December 15, 2023. What are you wishing for this Christmas? GPSCCU, people helping people.
Come on now. Ping pong chairs, choo-choos, amazing, taste so good.
Yeah.
Feed your cravings, chocolate rich. You'll be craving more and more and more and more. Here comes the craze. Ping pong chairs and choo-choos. Feed your cravings, you know you want to. Here comes the craze.
It's bite-sized cheer.
While the Guyana Public Service Union is not impressed with an adjustment to salaries by the president and that $25,000 bonus. In its statement, the Guyana Public Service Union said it sees the $25,000 bonus for public servants to assist with the cost of living as insensitive and an insult. In its statement, the GPSU said the announcement by the president was arbitrary and insensitive in light of the astronomical increases in the cost of living. During his address yesterday, President Ali also said he will be making another announcement soon with respect to increases in wages and salaries for all categories of public servants. The GPSU has also rejected that planned move. The union said the impositions are in conflict with the president's obligations to respect and uphold the Constitution and laws of Guyana. The union believes that the impositions amount to an abuse of workers' rights to collective bargaining. According to the union, the continuous imposition of increases on workers does not only show a disrespect for collective bargaining and the laws of the country, but it also affects the workers. The union said the continued violations go against the workers' rights and is disastrous to their quality of life and the livelihood of their families. In the prevailing circumstances, the GPSU said the workers should view all payments made based on the president's proclamation as advances on merited labor debt due to the payable to them. The union is also reminding the government as the largest employer that the laws of the country must be respected in their entirety, to the effect that collective bargaining with workers' representatives must be enforced before such announcements are made. On the diplomatic front, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has expressed concern over what he sees as the escalation of tension between Guyana and Venezuela. In a statement, the Secretary General's spokesperson Stephanie Durik said the Secretary General is following with concern the recent escalation of tension between Guyana and Venezuela over the border controversy. The statement urged that both parties demonstrate good faith and avoid any action that will aggravate or extend the controversy. Guyana has been informing the international community about Venezuela's continued acts of aggression and the buildup of Venezuelan troops near the Guyana border. In January 2018, it was the UN Secretary General, in the exercise of the powers and responsibility conferred on him by the Geneva Agreement of 1966, who chose the International Court of Justice as the means that was next to be used for the solution of the border controversy between Guyana and Venezuela. The controversy is now before the International Court of Justice. Meanwhile, President Irfan Ali said yesterday that he met virtually with Brazilian President Lula da Silva and raised the border controversy issue. The president said during that engagement the leaders discussed defense and military cooperation, respect for sovereignty and territorial integrity, respect for the rule of international law, the Venezuela border controversy, and infrastructure and economic cooperation, among other issues. The president also discussed the possibility of a Brazil-CARICOM summit when CARICOM leaders meet in Guyana next year. Well, Christmas came early for an 87-year-old Agricola woman thanks to the Brooms Foundation and former government minister Simona Brooms, who gifted her a brand new home. For decades, Yvonne Coates lived in an extremely old and dilapidated wooden house at 2nd Street Agricola on the east bank of Demerara. Though having a roof over her head, Coates slept in a chair and was exposed to the elements whenever the rain came. On Thursday, her life changed for the better when Ms. Brooms handed her the keys to her new home. The one-bedroom single-flat house comprising a kitchen and washroom facilities was also fully furnished. Overwhelmed with joy, the elderly woman thanked God and Ms. Brooms for blessing her with a new home in time for the holidays.
I have to thank Ms. Brooms from the bottom of my heart. This is something that suddenly, and I don't know why me, but Mrs. Boom has come to me that I didn't believe because it never happened yet. Nobody never bring, and she take me shopping, and she never left me until this. Look at what she did. Started small and look what she done. This is out from her heart.
The pensioner also said she never expected the former minister to mobilize the support to build her the new house. And speaking with reporters, Ms. Brooms explained that she met with Ms. Coates back in 2020, shortly before the meeting office, and she has been supporting her throughout the years. For Christmas and Mother's Day, the former minister said she would take Ms. Coates shopping to ensure that she had it all in time for the holidays. Brooms also said after assessing the living conditions, she took a decision to rebuild the home.
I want to thank you, Apostle Rollins, Amanda, and my kids, and the general public. I want to even thank the media for being here, because for me, it's not about me, it's about He who sent me. And all the praise, all the glory is to Jesus Christ. I just walk in obedience, and I thank God for the strength and that support.
The elderly woman said her only son died several years ago, and Ms. Broom said she was more than happy to help.
Guyana's economy is rapidly transforming, and we're all part of it. Guyoil is at the forefront of this development by providing reliable and efficient energy and supporting community development from the very core. 100% of Guyoil's profit goes back to building schools, roads, and other important infrastructure that connects our cities and towns, providing fuel to domestic, marine, industrial, and aerial transportation. Guyoil has now repositioned itself as a market leader in the petroleum industry, building a better future for all of us.
Sorry.
Jack?
Hey.
Boys, where you going with all that speed?
Yo, today's the 15th. My NIS contributions are due, and I ain't even get the forms as yet.
Hold on. You mean to tell me that you're not aware that all self-employed persons can now make their NIS contributions using the MMG app from the comforts of their homes and offices?
Really? I just pay my bills using MMG,
Yes, Jack, and the thing's simple. All you have to do is open the app, select Pay Bills, Government Services, NIS, and Pay. They will prompt you to enter your NIS number, the month you're paying for, and the amount.
So I don't need to submit any form?
The only time you submit in a form is when you're making a claim.
Wait, I could make a claim too?
Oh, no, man, you didn't know that? Yes, all self-employed persons are entitled to all benefits from NIS. Well, except for the industrial benefits. And here's the good part. All of their forms, you can download them from the NIS website.
Well, girl, I'm really glad I bumped into you.
Anyhow, make sure you pay your bills later.
Later? I gotta sit down right here and pay my contributions first.
Take care.
For further information, please visit the website at www.nis.org.gy, the National Insurance Scheme Facebook page, or your nearest NIS office.
Food Max Supermarket, located on the ground floor at the Giftland Mall, is your one-stop shop for all your grocery needs. We stock a variety of imported frozen meat and food products, fresh produce, and pet supplies, freshly made bread. Rotisserie chicken and patties are also available daily. Shop in comfort today at Food Max and let our courteous staff assist you in satisfying your shopping needs. Food Max, the fresh food specialist.
It's one of your biggest goals, getting your own home, where memories are made, where happiness lives. You may feel that home ownership or renovation is beyond your reach, but we at Republic want you to know that there's always a way. Ask us about our suite of mortgages. Let's help make your housing wishes come true. Or advise on how the equity in your existing home can finance other dreams and goals. Call or go online to learn more.
Look who's in the mix now. The new Buster Soda Water. 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 artificial flavors. 100% refreshing. Taste Buster Soda Water today. Buster Soda Water. Now available for only $120.
Across the region tonight, the International Monetary Fund has urged the Surinamese government to implement a more effective social protection program. Speaking during a press conference on Wednesday, the IMF representative said civil service must also be streamlined more quickly and efficiently in Suriname so that civil servants can be paid higher salaries. In recent days, an IMF delegation has been in Suriname meeting with the government and other stakeholders about the status of the economic recovery plan that is being implemented with financial support from the IMF. According to the officials, since the implementation of the Economic Recovery Program plan supported by the IMF began in December of 2021, the government should have done much more to financially compensate groups hit hard by the measures. An advisory committee has been established in the British Virgin Islands to review the minimum wage across the BVI. The Ministry of Financial Services, Labour and Trade has announced that the minimum wage in the Virgin Islands was last increased back in 2016 from $4 per hour to $6 per hour. However, a 2022 review of social assistance in the BVI by the Social Policy Research Institute found that the minimum wage was well below what is now needed. The researchers cautioned, however, that the speed by which the minimum wage can be adjusted must take into account economic constraints. The Deputy Premier and Minister for Financial Services, Labour and Trade, Lorna Smith, has determined that the best way forward is to establish an advisory committee to undertake a review of what the most appropriate level of the minimum wage should be. She said the government is conscious of the many economic challenges that the people of the BVI are currently facing. And finally tonight, international news. The BBC reports this evening that US President Joe Biden and Chinese President Xi Jinping are to meet next week in the San Francisco Bay. The encounter on the 15th of November will be only their second face-to-face meeting during the Biden presidency. It will be wide-ranging, US officials said, with the Israel-Hamas war, Taiwan, the war in Ukraine and the election interference to be discussed. Relations between China and the US deteriorated earlier this year. The US accused China of sending a spy balloon across its airspace. An American warplane shot it down off the coast of South Carolina. There was also a visit to Taiwan last year by the then Speaker Nancy Pelosi, which led China to break off communication between the two nations' militaries. Mr. Biden said he is determined to restore those channels. This is not a relationship of 5 or 10-year-olds, an official in the US government said. The Biden-Xi bilateral will take place during the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit, which the US is hosting in San Francisco. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight and this week. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting and wishing you and yours a pleasant weekend and a happy Diwali.